Well, there's a total of 6 different bucks that went through that pinch this morning. So something's going on back there.
Hopefully. There's a deer dying back there tonight.
Well, I think you're in the best spot you can be. That big 9 never came back through, so he went toward, you know, the bedding back there and never came back, so he's in there somewhere.
That's good.
I grabbed that, oh, thanks. I grabbed that. I never actually fixed that camera back there at that bear rip down because there were so many deer that came out into that food plot last night by the stump 3. I didn't want to mess it up. So I think it just ripped there. It's attached to a 2x4, and I think the bear ripped the whole 2x4 down, but maybe it ripped the camera off. I don't know. You'll have to look at it when you go back there, and it's just screwed into the tree. You ready? Good luck. Shoot straight. Boy, that's fresh. Scrape. I hate how loud these leaves are. That scrape is so fresh, I can smell the buck's tarsal glands right now. It had to have been from this morning. We are in the tree, everybody. It is the 28th, I believe. 28th of October. And we're down here in Cherry Ridge. We got a perfect south wind blowing right out toward the road. We got thick bedding right in front of me, thick bedding right behind me. And what these bucks do this time of year is they work these edges, checking for hot does or any does coming into estrus. And they run these edges, you know, as soon as they get a whiff of a doe that might be coming in, that's bedded in there, they dive in. But that's why these edges are so great. I've killed a lot of really nice deer right here on this ridge with bucks doing that exact thing. One of the bucks being Wells, that you guys probably remember from a few years ago. I killed right over here on the gator path. Monty's hunting the stump 3 over the food plot. There's a big mature 9-point that went through that pinch this morning and never came back through, so I think he's bedded out there. There's a ton of deer that went through that pinch today, early this morning, so something weird's going on back there with a doe or something. I've actually got the heavy 9 sheds, one that from when he was a 2-year-old, and then one from last year when he was a 3-year-old, and I believe he's 4 years old this year. But I think it'd be cool to rattle him in with his own sheds. It's a real big, aggressive buck, and I think he's a deer that would respond to rattling. And how cool would it be to kill a particular deer with his own sheds? That's something I want to do. We'll hang tight and see what happens. I'm excited for this evening. I've got a lot of pictures of the heavy 9 coming right through in front here, but none during daylight. They're all at night, early morning, late evening. But I know he travels this a lot, so we'll see. Another buck that I have a possibility of seeing over here tonight is a buck we call Scar. Some of you guys will remember him from last year. Last year, I think he was a 3.5-year-old 8-point, and he got his name Scar because he had a massive gash on his shoulder and neck from an arrow that had hit him on a neighboring property. Well, this year, that deer has been the biggest homebody I've ever seen out of a deer. He literally never left the area he was staying on the neighbors. And finally, last night at like 7:40, just after it got dark, he crossed the road into ours. And I got a picture of him this morning over by the 2-acre brassica plot on the east side of our property, so he's quite a ways away from where we're at right now. But, you know, I know he's over here now, and I wouldn't doubt he'll end up going back across where he was living. I don't know why he decided, what made him decide to come over finally, but he finally did. But he's a beautiful, heavy, long brow tine 8-point. I'll show you some pictures I got of him right here last night, actually right on this trail right here behind me, heading this way. I'll show you his scar last year. I actually didn't think the deer would live. I thought it'd get infected, but it just shows you how resilient these deer really are. Unbelievable what these deer can you know, get through and overcome when it comes to an injury like that. He was gashed right open. Well, I did just get a glimpse of a little spike out there in the brush. It's just like a very tiny split second, but I could tell it was a spike. Been pretty slow so far tonight. Tell you what, these squirrels are loud in this, on these leaves. Holy smokes. Alright, what's up everyone? It's Monday afternoon, and we finally got to change the scenery, so dropping down here into Cherry Ridge on the food plot in the back. This morning, Cliff saw all the activity that we were looking for. I think 6 different bucks, so there had to be hot doe back here this morning, but it was a good, cool, crisp morning. You can see it's hot right now again. Probably 60 something, but it is what it is, you know. I think if there's a hot doe, it's not really going to matter too much what the temperature is. They'll have her up running, so we're in a good spot. There's a heavy 9-point that came through here. I mean, I think last saw him at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and he never came back through, so my assumption is he's got her pinned down back here in the bedding area. He's down back here in the bedding area, and hopefully tonight they're up on their feet heading out to feed, so I think this is a good spot, and you know, seeing the activity that we're looking for. Cliff is up on the main ridge, so we really have both sides covered really well, and it's kind of nice to just see something else when you look out the window, to be honest with you. And this blind has better options to shoot out of as well, so get these windows opened up here and get a little, cool it down hopefully, and we'll see what happens. We're in here nice and early, seeing a lot of that late morning movement, so it could be early movement this evening as well. It's kind of what we're thinking. I see Cliff's camera down there. The bear got to it. It's hanging. So probably tonight I'll fix that on my way out, but let's see what happens. Might be the night. Hang in there.
well, this is going to go ahead and wrap up the hunt for October 28th. Monte and I only ended up seeing 3 little bucks, and that was pretty much it. Pretty uneventful evening considering how much action was down in there early on in the morning. So we'll be back after him tomorrow morning, and we're going to be going right back down to the same area. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back after him shortly. Thanks, everybody.